The Ring, probably one of the most iconic movies from the 2000s, and I'm rating this movie an 8 out of 10. And the reason why is this movie doesn't rely on jump scares, it doesn't rely on gore, it doesn't rely on blood. It's just cold. It's creepy. It's eerie. It's a movie that is just deeply unsettling. And that's why I actually like it. Now, let's be real. Most horror movies, they suck. Most of them. And The Ring, you have to watch it for what it is. It is a horror movie, so in terms of horror movies, don't expect too much. But if you compare The Ring to other horror movies, this one stands out. Like I said, because it's eerie, because it's deeply unsettling. And it is a film that gets under your skin. I think it was like 15 or 16 when I watched this movie, and to this date, it still is with me. When you ask me, well, can you tell me a horror movie to watch? I think like It from the 90s would pop up, and The Ring. It's legendary stuff. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this movie. So, in this movie, we follow Rachel Keller, a journalist, a single mom living in Seattle. And when she starts investigating the mysterious death of her niece, she discovers a cursed videotape. Yeah, I know, it's a videotape. It's from way, 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 way back. So, it's old technology. I mean, for people watching this movie now, maybe they don't even know what a videotape is. Nonetheless, pretty awesome. So Rachel Keller discovers this videotape, and this videotape supposedly kills anyone who watches it within 7 days. So yeah, there we go. It's fucking unsettling. And naturally, Rachel is gonna watch this videotape. So she watches it, and right after the screen fades to static, the phone rings. And that's when, all hell breaks loose. The movie picks up, the movie gets going. And now she's in a race against time to unravel the mystery, to unravel the horror before the curse takes her life. Basically, that's what it's all about. And why does this movie work so well? For me, it's because this movie is dreadful. That's why it works. It relies on atmosphere, and it's done very well. Instead of cheap scares, we get like this really dreaded vibe, dreaded atmosphere. Everything feels cold. It feels unsettling. It feels off balance. We get like the misty Seattle landscapes. We get lots of pale colors on screen. We get lots of greens and blues. And when you're watching this movie, it feels like you're watching, a sickness on screen. It feels like this movie is sick just because of the color palette used on the screen. It's really unsettling and beautiful at the same time. So the atmosphere, that's why I actually like this movie so much. And then we have Naomi Watts, the actress who plays Rachel Keller. And what I like about her, what I like about the performance, and it stands out, is that she plays someone who is grounded, someone who has some emotional intelligence to her. Instead of screaming through the movie, you know, she starts investigating what's going on. She's thinking smart, and she's basically trying to unravel the mystery. She's trying to unravel what this curse is. What is this videotape all about? Like a true journalist. And that's why this movie feels real. It feels authentic. That's what I really like about it. And then we have the tape itself. I mean, if we talk about The Ring, I think the videotape, this cursed videotape, it's probably one of the most memorable, most iconic, most legendary horror props ever used in movie history, right? I mean, it's weird, it's disjointed, it's genuinely disturbing. It is creepy. And we get to see this tape as well when we watch this movie. And basically this videotape, it shows you lots of images, and it feels like something you shouldn't be watching. It's nothing really crazy, it's stupid stuff. You get to see a well, a ladder, a twitching horse. I mean, that in itself isn't scary, but the way it's shown, it makes it feel so creepy. And it doesn't make sense at first. And that's what makes it so unsettling. And then let's talk about the soundtrack. Let's talk about the score. It is made by Hans Zimmer. Yes, the legendary Hans Zimmer. And we get some really eerie piano notes, we get some violins going, and the whole soundtrack, it just feels tragic. It feels dreadful. Not scary, but it really sets the tone. It really connects with the movie. I love it. I really do love it. So we get horror with emotion. Now, obviously, this movie isn't perfect. Not a lot of movies are perfect. What I really didn't like about this movie was the exposition dump at the end of the movie. Once Rachel starts piecing everything together, once she starts figuring out what the hell is going on, the film really leans heavily on, dumping all the info on you. It really leans on explaining the whole backstory of Samara, the girl who the videotape is all about. It still is creepy and unsettling, but what I like about The Ring is that this movie is like, psychological horror, it's mystery, it's atmosphere, and once you start explaining what is really going on, a movie or a story, it loses that creepiness, it loses that mystery. And that is something that I didn't like about this movie. I don't like it when they spell out what is going on. So the exposition dump at the end, not my thing. Now, if you want to watch this movie, this is some psychological stuff. So it is a slow-paced movie, really. I mean, the film takes its time. So if you are someone who likes, fast-paced movies, like slashers, then this movie might feel a little bit sluggish. But for me, it absolutely works in terms of a psychological, paranormal, mystery horror movie. So yeah, absolutely great movie for a horror movie. So The Ring for me, it's one of the most atmospheric horror movies of the 2000s. It's chilling, it's creepy, it doesn't really rely on cheap tricks, and it's a reminder of the what we don't see, that is often far scarier than what we actually can see. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Watch this movie if you like that kind of stuff. Then again, what do I know about movies? I'm just watching them, I'm just commenting on it. Let me know what you think of the movie. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.